Hi, it's Brad Shores with Tropical Shores Steel Drum Lessons, and on today's lesson we're going to talk about the song Old Lady Walk a Mile and a Half. The reason I like this song a lot is that it's in the key of F, and you can pretty much just stay in the F concert scale, the F scale, F major scale, and you can do pretty well in the song for improv. The song isn't very hard at all, but there's a couple of twists and turns that if you want to in the improv, if you're at that level, you can take it up a notch and play some of the chords that are kind of inside the other chords, if you will. And we'll be talking a little bit about that. But the melody stays in pretty much the key of the chord changes are F major, and then it goes to D minor, and then G minor, and then C. And if you know anything about music, those chords are highly compatible with the F major scale, and you can pretty much just stay anywhere in the F major scale and sound great. That means you can use the F scale, you can use the pentatonic scale, you can use embellishments, double stops on F, A, and C on any chord tone, which are the chord tones F, A, C, and D, F, A, and G, F, G, B flat, D, and C, E, G. Those are basically the chord structures that you're going to run into, and if you want to, you can just outline those and you'll sound great. Those chords in a rhythmic way, and that's a great way to learn songs, is to just play the chord tones, because you can kind of sound like you know what you're doing just doing that, and then the outline in any rhythmic way sounds great. And as you get more into this, you'll start to realize those little rhythms that work well. But here's the melody, and then we'll do a little bit of improv. I'm going to annotate some of the things I'm doing, and we'll discuss a little bit later. Here we go. So on this improv, again, I used a lot of the F scale, except I started on C, I think. Even if you start on C and you do the F scale pattern, it's still the same scale, you just started on a different place. I just started on C instead of F. Still the same pattern. I just started in a different place. So on a lot of these, one thing that I did recall is I played a little bit of the melody at times. I did the kind of put that little melody inside my improvisation. It just sounds good. It's called a quote. Sometimes I did this. I did double stops coming down. And let me tell you, that's a tricky one unless you have a good muscle memory about that one, because you have to move quickly. I've just done that a long time. It's my hands know where it is, but it's D and F, E and C, and you just keep coming down the scale and putting the notes, the one note two under the other. D and F, E and C, D and B flat. But again, if you're going to use that one, I would run that a lot, so you can do it forwards and backwards, because you can really fall off the wagon on that one. I did a little bit of I did a little bit of outlining the one chord, which is different. When you play the F sharp in this song, that means there's a different chord, and that chord is the D, F sharp, A chord. So when we played the melody there, when I was improvising, when I got to that chord, I was sure to be playing the D, F sharp, A. Make sure you're playing F sharp there. It sounds great. If you play the F there, it's okay, but the F sharp tells people I know what I'm doing. I know that's a D chord, which has an F sharp in it. It's a D, F sharp, A chord. Actually, it's D, F sharp, and A, and C. So you use those, and I use a little bit of embellishment. Did that. And again, I used a lot of the melody in there. This is a very, there's a lot of scale in this song. That's the scale. It has a lot of scales in it. So when you do the F scale, it already kind of sounds like the song already. So staying with the F scale and anything that's remotely like the F scale, any note in the F scale works over this whole thing, except for that F sharp. And you want to make sure, if you want to stay on top of that, you use that F sharp on that one chord, which I annotated. So a great song. It's just plays itself. It's just a great little song, and I just enjoy playing it, and I'm sure your audience will love it too. Well, that's it for this time. I want to thank you for watching, and please feel free to subscribe to the channel. Please visit panland.ning.com. It's a site for pan players. There's downloadable music, pictures, videos from pan players all over the world, and it's a lot of fun. And if you need music for your steel drum or your steel drum band, please go to tropicalshores.net and help yourself. We'll see you next time.